Hey, it's Scarlett again, and I'm going to be doing a book haul today, which I'm really excited about because I don't buy books very often, so yeah. So it's going to be split into kind of three different sections. One section of it's going to be books that I got from the library this week. The next section is going to be books that I bought this week. And the section after that is going to be a section. My dad just came over from the UK and he brought some of the books that I bought while I was home in the summer. Because I bought like 50 books, it was crazy. So he brought some of those over, so I've got those to discuss as well. As you can see, I had to rearrange my entire bookshelf to fit them all on, and you'd be so happy. Yeah, books that I got from the library this week. First one is Blind Spot by Laura Ellen, and I've read this one already and I have reviewed it, so if you want to see that review then click on this link here. I reviewed it. It was just a typed review, it wasn't a video one, so that's that one. Next one is Opal by Jennifer Armentrout, and I've read this one too, and I'm not reviewing it because it's midway through a series and I don't want to review this one because I read the other two really close to it and I've kind of mixed all the details up and it'll just confuse me. So this one's going to be left unreviewed, maybe at a later point, like when I get the next book, Origin, which I'll hopefully get on Saturday. When I read that one, I might decide to do a series review, otherwise I'm just going to leave these ones. But they are amazingly fantastic and everybody should read these, the Luck series by Jennifer Armentrout. The next three books you've already seen in my Houston Book Rave Reads video. They are Solstice by P.J Hoover, On a Dark Wing by Dane, and Dreaming Anastasia by Preble. So these three books right here. Yeah, so if you want to know more about them, then there will be a link to my Houston Book Rave Reads video right here. Okay then. The other two books that I got from the library this week, which are not Houston Book Rave Reads, and I'm excited to read them, but I'm going to have to wait till the book rave is over so that I can get back onto normal books, are The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, because I wanted to read it before the movie came out, and I've heard such great things about it, like everyone's like ranting and raving about this book. It's just amazing, so I can't wait to get started on this one. And then the last one is Ruby Red by Kersten Gier, and everyone seems to be reading that right now, so I was like, I want to know what it's about. I'll have a look at it too. I actually haven't read the blurb yet, so we can read that together. 16-year-old Gwen lives with her extended and rather eccentric family in an exclusive London neighbourhood. In spite of her ancestors' peculiar history, she's had a relatively normal life so far. The time-travelling gene that runs like a secret thread through the female half of the family is supposed to have skipped over Gwen, so she hasn't been introduced to the mysteries, and can spend her time hanging out with her best friend Leslie, watching movies and talking about boys. It comes as an unwelcome surprise then when she starts taking sudden, uncontrolled leaps into the past. She's totally unprepared for the time travel, not to mention all that comes with it: fancy clothes, archaic manners, and a mysterious secret society. And Gideon, her time-traveling counterpart. He's obnoxious, a know-it-all, and possibly the best-looking guy she's seen in any century. That sounds so good. I can't wait to start on this one. So those are my library books that I got out this week. Moving on to books that I bought this week. I should point out now, usually I don't buy many books just because, like, I'm still in school, so I don't have any type of, like, fixed income which I can, like, spend on books. So I don't buy books very much. This week that changed. I may have spent like $50 in a used bookstore yesterday. I'm kind of on a boycott of Barnes & Noble at the moment because they won't send me Allegiant. So yeah, the books that I bought this week, and I'm going to have to disturb my shelves to get out for you guys. So the first one I bought was a hardcover copy of Clockwork Prince. Isn't it pretty? I haven't got Clockwork Princess because it's like still in hardcover, and I was just going to get them all in paperback when they come out in paperback because it's a lot cheaper. But I saw this one, so now I have no excuse not to buy the nice shiny copies of Clockwork Princess that I keep seeing everywhere. So yeah, I got this one. Another one I bought was a collector's edition of Insurgent. It's so shiny. It's so pretty. I freaked out because it was only $9.99 as well. It's got one of these cool bookmarks, and there's tattoos and a poster, and it's all nice textured edges, and it's just so pretty. Next, I bought 4 of the Morganville Vampires books. I have read the first one, and then I got the second one at the library, but I had a lot of other stuff I needed to read, so it got like put back without having read it. So now I've got the second one, so I can read that kind of whenever I feel like it. This bundle of 4 books was $3, so I was very happy. And it's books 2, 3, 5, and 6. I already have 6, but I mean, 2 copies, yay! Next I got Distant Waters by Suzanne Weyn. I haven't heard of this one before, but I saw it in the clearance section and just picked it up, and it sounded really interesting, so it was only $1. I was like, hey, mine. I'll read you the blurb. 5 sisters, 5 fates. Chased by their pasts and drawn toward a more hopeful future, 4 sisters embark on the journey of their lives, aboard the Titanic. One is going to have her wedding during the voyage, another has become involved in a feat of scientific intrigue that has the potential to alter the course of history. All of them feel out of place, and at least one of them will soon find herself out of time. It just sounded really good, and I can't wait to read this one. I'm excited about that. It's going to be, I think I'll read this one after I read Ruby Red. No promises, because I've still got to read Allegiant and the Shadowhunters Codex. So, and I have exams soon, so bear with me. So the next one I have is The Au Pairs by Melissa de la Cruz, and I've heard of her like all over the place. I've just heard the name everywhere, so when one of her books was also in the clearance section of the bookstore I was in yesterday for $1, and this is the first one, so I thought I'd pick that up and give it a go. The next one I bought was Maximum Ride, Saving the World and Other Extreme Sports. I recently read the whole series, and the first 3 books are fantastic. I'm going to stop speaking there. So I was like, I don't have a copy of it, and it was $3. Like, mine. What more is there to say? So, yeah. The last book that I bought yesterday was Nightshade by Andrea Cremer. I think I've just kind of heard the name bounced about all over the place. I know it was $1. I was like, I'd be as well buy it, and then I can get onto this. Plus, it's like a werewolfy one, and like as much as I've read like vampire books, like I haven't actually read any that the sole like focus of it was werewolves, which is I think what this is. So I just thought I'd give it a try. Okay then, and lastly, on to books which I bought in the summer and only just got because they only just got to me. So the first one is Poison Study by Maria V. Snyder. It was recommended to me, and then I think I saw it on someone's Goodreads and they said they'd really enjoyed it, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it a shot, and then there wasn't space for it in my suitcase, so I had to wait for it. Next one is Heist Society by Ali Carter. I couldn't read these. I've tried before, and I've gotten a few chapters in and then stopped just because I kind of wanted to read the Gallagher Girls instead. But now the Gallagher Girls is finished, so I was like, well, I've got nothing holding me back. I'll get this one. So now I have it. This beautiful cover of Pride and Prejudice. It was the World Book Night 2012 one. So I have that. It's so pretty. And then the other one is Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James. And this book has me really excited. It's about like what happened after Pride and Prejudice. Darcy and Elizabeth are hosting a ball, and Lydia bursts in saying that George Wickham's been murdered, and it's just a murder mystery based on Pride and Prejudice, which is an awesome book, which I just discovered this year. So I'm excited for this one. My dad just bought me the Pride and Prejudice scarf that Anna Reid's books she had on her blog, she posted it and I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness, I want this. So my dad bought me it because I got some really good grades this semester. Well, you say semester, I say term. The last two books I have today are Hush Hush and Silence, the first and the third books in this series. I've heard of it before and I hadn't picked it up ever, and I saw it in like a charity shop or something for 50p, so I was like, I'd be as well buy it. And then the Waterstones, where I used to live, which is like the bookstore of Waterstones at the top of the street, was closing down, so a heap of its books were half priced or like really reduced, and I got a hardcover copy of this for 99p to then discover after buying it that it's a signed edition that has exclusive content, and it's one of only 6,000 numbered first edition of the books, and I have number 121. So yeah, I'm excited to read that series at some point in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye. The Houston Book Rave. I will be attending the Houston Book Rave on the 2nd of November, and I'm very excited because I haven't really been to anything like this before.